Footy is back. That's right. G'day, I'm Ross Lyon. No, I'm not Ross Lyon. I'm not a curmudgeonly old fellow who coaches St Kilda. I'm just Jaymz Clements, the host of the old AFL Today Show. That's right, we're here to make footy, aka the greatest game of the world, bit of fun. That's what we do here, isn't it? Because joining me here are local weirdos / AFL experts, aka full-blown footy nuffs. Alex Donnelly over there.
Yeah, I'm not good, Jim. I'm in a world of pain right now with some SuperCoach news that has just come through with Sean Darcy not playing for Freo. So this is really changing my potential strategy. I'm not good.
He is shooketh. I like this. When he gets under pressure, he freaks out. It's great watching Alex Donnelly just fall to bits. We've also got the extremely strange Leo. What's going on, Leo?
Well, I was great until I heard that intro. No, it's good. I'm replacing Stats Guy this week. I'm happy to have held my spot. Yeah, for the Thursday show. So feeling good.
Yeah. How quickly are you just going to choke him out just before gather round next year?
I've already done it. Don't worry.
Good. Sweet. All right.
He actually sent an email to HR, that bull riding thing. Didn't go down well, apparently.
Yeah. What, Leo just wants to ride the bull?
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't he do it 87 times last year? Anyway.
No, I wish.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow AFL Today across all the socials. It's the Sports Today Show on Facey as well. And get around this wherever you get your podcasts, of course. Can you smell it, though? Footy's back. It's Thursday night. The teams have just dropped.
2 kicks away.
I can literally see the lights on over there at the G. A little bit of news before we get into it. Errol. Whoa, Errol. He just signed 4 years for Sydney. There we go.
Yeah.
Do you like how I made that work, Leo?
Yeah, he did.
I did kind of like it, yeah.
This is what I do as a dad. I basically just make up dumb songs and fit all the words I can into them for my 5-year-old. He hates it. It's the best thing in the world. Because all I do, what do you reckon about that? He's like, Dad, shush. I'm like, all right, I'll pay that. But still, suck
The Michelin Man would have loved it, though.
He would have. How do you feel about this as a Swans fan, Alex?
Absolutely fantastic. I always thought he was going to re-sign. He is a Sydney product. His mum works at the club. His sister plays in the VFLW team. So I thought this was always going to happen. 4 years was a bit less than what I thought it was, but it takes him through to free agency where if he goes to what the level we all expect him to go, he's really going to cash in on a massive deal.
Well, yeah, because Tassie come in.
Yeah.
And they can't just go and snag Errol.
Well, his deal runs out the end of 2028 now.
So the year after his debut,
well
right?
timed.
So I like it. And he also said, he wanted to sign for 4 years because there was a 10-year offer, would you believe it, Jim? And he's just like, I don't want to be locked up for the next decade. 4 years feels nice.
I don't think I'd want to be locked up for anything for 10 years.
Yeah.
Especially in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Well, crime, some job. I just doesn't matter.
But what if you're getting...
Wait, sorry. Marriage is fine. Marriage.
Good save. Good
I was
save.
going to say that.
We got it.
How
So
long
good.
you been married?
Woo!
Yeah.
As if old mate listens to this.
Adelaide. Good support. Thanks, Caroline. But yeah, Adelaide offered him 10 years apparently.
Yep.
Who'd want to go to Adelaide for 10 years?
Someone who wants to ride the bull.
Yeah.
The man with the weirdest and most amazing, do I have a speech impediment name in the AFL right now? There you go, Carlton Tholstrup. You can just, it is easy to trip over both of his parts of his
Surely
life.
we just call him Colton and just deal with that. He's the first name. Carlton
Tholstrup. It's amazing. Debuts for Melbourne tonight, which is very fun as well. So let's get right into it. Game previews for all of these games. Melbourne-Brisbane kicks off in an hour or so. We did this on yesterday's show. The big question for this one, a little bit of, rain in the air. Do you reckon Bailey Fritch's hair repels water?
100% it does. It just bounces off. It actually makes a ding sound when it hits it.
It's I think, same as Joey Danaher, so he's also playing in the game. I think his mustache is like duck's feathers.
Yeah.
Just repels water. Have you seen the awesome viral video where the dude just shoves a bunch of duck feathers into water and shakes it around? He's like, oh, get it wet, and then pulls out and it's all gone. That's Joey D's mustache. It's
So instead of when people get sweaty and you get a bit of sweat running through it, is it just dry?
So the big problem with this giant beard of mine, bit of beard sweat every so often. Just when you go for a bit of a run, underneath it, you're like, that's gross. That's the grossest thing about me right now. Oh, God.
Can confirm with the growth and the mustache, there is a lot of sweat that goes on.
Nice one. So the over-under for this was 164.5. The line was 14.5.
Shut the curtains. I wanted to look at the weather.
That's all right. We need to keep it nice in here. I've gone the Demons 12 points. Leo?
D's just, I reckon, under a goal.
Alex?
I've flip-flopped from the 5 goals yesterday to 2 goals.
Yeah, I think this is a closer one than we think.
Yeah. What is it? 3 games in 12 days for the D's. Clary's hand looks he was in all sorts.
Yep.
Stephen May second up off broken ribs against the Brisbane forward line that could just go
Yeah, it's a close one. It's weird. I think Brisbane, what is it, 14 and 15 they've lost to the G.
Yeah.
They were saying, we don't talk about how we play the G now. We've lost all the games now. We lost the grand final. It's like, well, you probably ought to, because I don't think it's worked not talking about it.
Yeah,
Just saying.
but Fags...
Because you've lost 14 and 15, Fags. Chris Fagan, get your head out your bum. What are you doing?
He clearly avoids all of his problem like a bloke who was born in the 1960s.
I love it.
Was the one they won, though, against Melbourne? I feel like it was.
It was a final. Yeah, they absolutely kicked the crap out of them in 2022.
Nice. Anyway, well, that game's already going on. So tomorrow night, though, Friday night footy. I can actually sing the song. The question is, can you, Jim? Should you, Jim?
No.
Bulldogs Essendon. This is an awesome, weird matchup.
I have a stat.
You've got a stat?
Yeah.
Well,
Stats guy. Here we go.
Yeah.
He's out of a job.
Yeah.
He misses one show, he's out of a job.
Go on.
This is literally the first show that he's missed as well, I think, and he's just done skis.
Yeah.
14.5-point favourites, the Western Bulldogs, which if this game had been played last week, Essendon would have been rampaging favourites. The over-under is 171.5, which feels very low.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep.
Just saying.
At
All right,
your
what's your
favourite
stat?
building.
Come on.
Essendon's last 3 Friday night games have included losses of 69 points, 41 points, and 70 points. Therefore, if Essendon lose by more than 5 goals tomorrow night, we should probably bar them from Friday nights.
I think we should just bar them from footy.
That checks out.
I mean,
we tried to. We tried to.
Yeah. When Tasmania
Drugs.
comes in, so we don't have a bye every week, see Essendon.
The Friday night, can they play on Fridays? Probably not. I don't know. It's weird until they
This
show us
is
a little
not a
something.
game I want to watch.
There's a good thing
No,
about
it
the NFL. They have a flex schedule
Yep.
for their Sunday night football stuff.
EPL does this too a little bit.
It's just like every so often you should be able to go, Essendon aren't playing great. Can we just flex them off Friday? Let's see how we go.
So that's like
It's like how Carlton had a million Friday nights like last year or the year before.
That's because
Like, but
everyone
they're bad.
everyone expected you to be good though.
Yeah, we screwed that.
Like in the EPL, they've made a new a game that came out today. Arsenal Manchester United, second last game of the season, has been moved to the primo kickoff on the Sunday because like this could be a title decider. Better put it on. Sorry, Brentford and West Ham, you're bumped to midday.
Sucked in. Idiots. Bulldogs have won 9 of the last 10 between these two. The big question here is, we actually wrote this before someone got Bevo'd. Who does Luke Beveridge Bevo? Well, he Bevo'd Caleb Daniel. Like, we're one step ahead of the curve here, gentlemen. Like, it's chaos. So the ins out for the Dogs,
But he'll probably play Darcy at centre half back now and just completely bevo it.
He's going to bevo everyone.
if he's going to Bevo everybody's Supercoach, that's how we do it, right?
Just play Norton at centre half back. It is the one person that makes logical sense. And
Just do the thing.
you love throwing magnets around, but you haven't thrown Aaron Norton's magnet around.
So James O'Donnell, Simon O'Donnell's son, comes in for Caleb Daniel,
God, I love
who's
Simon
quite
O'Donnell.
small. 50th game for Jamara. Can we rank his 50 games?
Sure.
Rank them all. Just rank them all. Quick, Leo, go.
Yeah.
That night he had against the Brisbane Lions where he pulled the shirt, that was number
That
one.
was good, yeah.
This will rank number 7.
Alwyn David Jr. and Sam Durham come in for the Bombers. Unfortunately, pour one out for my beloved Will Setterfield. Block. Archie Perkins, though, this
his
one
hammy.
actually hurts. Did his hammy the other day. That is brutal because he has like these incredible flashes, does Perk. And I've got a bit of time for him.
He's got talent. Darcy Parish over under on metres gained.
30.
Take the under.
Yeah, take the under.
The tricky one here, right? So we talked about who got Bevo'd. Caleb Daniels already been Bevo'd.
Oh, you're galaxy branding this, aren't you?
I am. So Bevo, who's Bevo, Caleb Daniel. It's really weird. Like, the thing is, we've talked about this for Supercoach, like in terms of being Bevo'd. I don't know if you can Bevo somebody when you're playing Essendon. There are so many points on offer. It feels like every time you play, like Port had a field day last week between JHF, between Connor Rozee, even Butters was still handy. Like, and you've just got dudes everywhere just scoring as Essendon. The same thing happened the week before.
We talk about handsome, strong dudes. There's one just going to be in the midfield. His name's Marcus Bontempelli.
I thought you were going to say Libba.
No, that's not handsome.
Maybe not to
Maybe
you,
to
Essendon.
someone.
Maybe not to you, Alex.
Yeah.
I just called you Essendon. That's
Yeah.
weird.
But yeah, so
Shut up, Essendon.
the starting point is Bont's in the middle. They're going to win.
They are.
They are.
You've tipped Essendon.
I'm still tipping Essendon. I'm going Galaxy Brain. I feel I have to Galaxy Brain something. If you look at all of this, actually, to be honest, I'm tipping West Coast as well.
I was going to say, surely West Coast was your galaxy brain this week.
I think he's doing it on every game.
Dogs have won 9 of 10. Bombers finally come home, playing at Marvel. I feel like they pull out just an absolute dumb miracle win.
Oh, God.
It's right there. It's right there. But what they also had like a big setback with Ridley with his was it calf or hammy?
Quad.
Same area.
Yeah, leg. Lower leg, big muscle.
I'm tipping Essendon by 4. I think they just sneak over. I think Langford can really, really sneak up on this back
He's
line.
hardly got a kick this year.
I know. I think he's due. Leo, what's your pick?
Dogs by about 4 goals, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think you can go against the form here.
I'm a noted Western Bulldogs
What
hater.
about form? They lost last week.
The
By
Dogs
a
form
goal
against
to Geelong.
They smash them.
Noted hater of the Western Bulldogs, but they're going to win this game.
You're just a noted hater.
True.
Yep, that mustache spells hater. Saturday, GWS take on St Kilda at Manukau. Canberra.
I hate watching footy. this round.
Manuka. Canberra.
Again, GWS, stop playing at Canberra.
Minus 19.5. The line is 19.5, so just over 3 goals in favour of the GWS Giants. They're on top of the ladder. Incredible offense, top 4 defense.
But
They're playing St Kilda.
no. The but is the Manuka Oval.
Oh, Manuka's weird.
Weird
They
stuff
lost
happens.
9 of 10 there.
Yeah, that's the but.
Maybe they need to get like they need to take a leaf out of like Matty Rao's book and just start eating the grass, just get a vibe for it.
Or just go to Tom is it Tom Green's house? Go to his house before the game.
His mum and dad.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Go chill.
The house or like the thing they have at the ground?
No, go to the house first and then go hang out in the
Okay.
in the stand that they make.
Actually, that was actually going to be the big question for this game. Was
Yeah.
like, can Tom Green take them out the night before? Well, the plan could be go take them out the night before.
Yeah, go to Mooseheads.
Just smash a few tins, and you're like, wait a minute, there's like 2 places in all of Canberra to go. We missed the cutoff. 2 bad boys. We're going to smash them now. So St Kilda, we saw them last week, Alex, in person, and just it stunk. Then they won.
And now they're going to another community ground.
Love it. Over under is 164.5. Could this be the one? And this is kind of like the more serious, ask the big question.
Okay.
Could this be the one where GWS get just tripped up because they A, stink in Canberra, B, St Kilda just give you the clamps?
No, I think GWS just have too much firepower for St Kilda. We saw Richmond, Shea Bolton had 1 good quarter and Richmond kicked 4 or 5 goals. Mm-hmm. GWS have multiples of Shea Bolton that are more consistent and will do it over 4 quarters.
Leo?
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think if it is a slog, Saints will scrap out a win, but I reckon it'll be high scoring.
Even if it is a slog and GWS can just go, oh, hold on, and kick 5 goals in 10 minutes and the game's over.
Yeah.
Nice. Big question is, though, Tom Green or Jack Steele, who wins in a fight?
Jack Steele.
Tom Green.
Ooh.
Tom Green's got that dog in him.
Is that Canberra?
I reckon Jack Steele, he's a noted
Both
tackler.
Canberra.
I reckon he'll just grab him around the
Yeah,
head
but
and
Tom
just-
Green would fight dirty.
Get him on the ground.
I reckon-
Jack Steele.
Yeah, I reckon Jack Steele, he's got a few techniques.
I reckon Tom Green would go for the eyes.
Jack Steele, bit of ground and pound. I forgot.
Say that again.
I'm going GWS 11. I think it is close. I think it's closer than we think. I love GWS. They call me Greater Western Jiminy. And I just don't know about the Saints, though. I think the playing on Norwood sets them up pretty nicely for this. So I think it'd be a very interesting clash.
True.
You're both going Giants.
Yep.
Right. Carlton Adelaide. Going to be there with the 5-year-old Squid.
Nice.
Carlton,
Over under on hot dogs for the squid.
well, 1.
Oh,
His
disappointing.
dad. Can't go buy one himself.
Yeah, but how many hot dogs is he going to eat? I was going to say 2.
He'll delete 1 and then that'll be all right. And then he'll have a bag of twisties. 4-goal favourites, the Blues.
Chicken or plain?
Plain.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that chicken twisties exist yet. 165.5 is the over-under. It's going to be fun.
This is hitting the over.
I'm going to hate
Yep.
every second of this game
This is like me last week.
because Adelaide, you might remember, tripped up Carlton last week. So the galaxy brain for this one is like Adelaide
we
ruined
go.
the Blues first half of this. Well, we were 3 wins, 1 draw last year.
Yeah.
And snuck past like Geelong and like tied with Richmond, etc. And then go to gather round.
Get
Adelaide
smashed.
Smashed us.
That was awesome, by the way.
It sucked. Will the Adelaide Crows get right around Matty Nix
No.
in his 2-year extension
No.
and just put up a big fight?
No.
All right, good. Thank
Well,
you.
actually, I think it'll be a big fight, but I don't think they'll win.
Yeah, I don't think
No.
they'll win either.
They've just looked bad.
Well, other Blues frauds, that was a year now that we had on yesterday's show. What do you think?
They're cheats. They
What?
paid the umps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're
So then
talking.
they're Frio.
Yeah. I think Adelaide don't have the power to stop them in the clearance game. You have too much speed for their beige dudes. in the
Clearance
middle.
has been literally the biggest problem.
That's
for
what I mean.
Carlton, so-
They're not going to stop your clearances. That you're going to get on top of them this week. Sam Walsh back inside is going to go, you know what I do? Get a lot of clearances. You know what I'm going to do? Kick it long.
That's fair. Actually, we forgot to sort of mention the St Kilda bringing in Windhager back earlier on.
Yeah.
And it's like not much else. Carlton bringing Sam Walsh, lose Fogarty obviously to the suspension for trying to punch the throat out of Nat Fyfe, not great. And Adelaide, who was it? Burgess and Parnell.
Yeah.
And who came in?
Hamill and Golland.
Sure.
Not ins that'll make you go, oh, they're going to win.
So who do we like in this one? I'm going to go the Blues by 2 goals and make me sweat it out again. Again, we just need the heart rate tracker on me just for all these games. It's going to be horrible.
Can I now mention the Matt Crouch thing that I've been talking about all week?
Sure.
Yeah. Since Matt Crouch has come back into this team late last year, the Crows are 4 of 16.
4 wins, 16 losses.
4 wins in 16 games. So the 4 wins, 12 losses since Matt Crouch started playing again.
Jeez.
Nice.
Yep.
Not nice if you're Adelaide.
Charlie loves Marvel. He's gone for he's averaging over 3 and he's and 4 contested marks this season so far. But he also loves a bit of Marvel. We saw him boot an absolute massive bag against the Eagles. One of the last times they actually played there. They played GWS just after that too.
Yep.
Going to be interesting under the roof. I think Charlie and Harry will both like that. Sam Walsh being back helps dramatically.
Jacob Wiedering will have 11 intercept marks.
I kind of like it. I don't like how confident I feel about this game. But
This was me last week. It's not good.
Blues by 12. Alex?
Carlton cover the line.
I think Blues by 5.
Yep.
They'll make you sweat it, Jim.
They're finally going to kick away.
I'm going to have my 5-year-old just going, what is my dad doing? Why is he swearing so much? What is happening here? All right, Gold Coast, they take on your beloved Hawthorn Hawks, Leo. They are 27-point favourites. Over-under is 162.5, which is a little bit low, but that might be because Hawthorn have these games where they kick 34 or then try to beat Collingwood.
We could also get a monsoon as well. It's the Gold Coast.
True.
No changes. How good?
Hawks haven't won a Gold Coast since 2014, and the Suns smashed them at the end of last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
101-34 when the Hawks were looking up and about, and then Gold Coast went.
I think midway through last year.
The big question here is, does maybe Dimmer just hate the Hawks? I think Richmond have smashed, like his Richmond teams, smashed them routinely to the point I think it was like they either won 9 of 11, but I think there was a draw in there as well.
So you see, Dimmer hates travel, so he loves the MCG, and Hawthorn are from Tasmania.
I like it.
So he hates Tasmania.
That checks
Hates
out.
travel.
So at home, Gold Coast will win.
Yeah.
I'll go Gold Coast by 34. I just think their midfield and the forward line is just too good for your Hawks there, Leo. How are you feeling?
Also, their defence, Charlie Ballard's going to have a great day.
Yeah, I think Suns will smash. I just think going up there is always tough for a Victorian team, so I don't think we'll be a chance here, unfortunately. Yeah.
All right, who are you picking?
Suns by 40 plus.
40 plus.
Didn't I say that?
No.
I concur with Leo's sentiment.
I concur. All right, we have a quorum. Gold Coast 34.
Motion passed.
It's it's like the 7:30 early Saturday night game because we've got the overlap again.
Oh, not again.
And I don't mind it because you've got that game on one and you're like, we'll just keep checking in on it to see how much they're smashing them by. Whereas Port versus Freo, the second game.
Is this where we can stop putting the score of the other game on the screen in case if you want to watch both games and you don't want to know the scores? Because the thing is, you can just check your phone for the score on the other game. I hate seeing the scores of the other game in the bottom of the screen.
It's for old man McGee over there. He's like, I've got no idea how to use my phone. What's happening in the other game?
I tell you what you do.
The Rains are here.
You got this and you change the channel.
All right. Maybe you don't have Foxtel. Maybe you're struggling. I don't know. It's a hard word out there, Alex. A hard world. I love the idea of the score. I love the score bug.
I hate it.
Because I'm, to be honest, I'm usually at a pub. And I'm usually watching
But it's usually on both.
I can't change the big screen.
Yeah, but the games are on both screens.
Then I can go complain to the bartender and go, put the other game on. This is good. Looks awesome. This one sucks. Port Adelaide are 18.5-point favourites over Freo.
That feels short. Long, sorry.
Port.
That feels
Freo.
long.
Tough one. Over under 167.5. Port have won 6 straight at Adelaide Oval against Freo.
That makes sense.
It does. They're pretty good. They
Freo stayed there this week. They didn't leave.
You'd hope so.
What's the point of flying back to Perth?
Their anger and sookiness has stayed with them, no doubt.
They would be so bored.
They're bored either way. They're
right.
either in WA or South Australia.
Yeah, but at least you got good beaches in
Freo
WA.
could have helped them pack up, gather around stuff,
Tell you what, where that footy festival was, it just looked like a whole heap of dirt when I saw a flyover of Adelaide this morning. It's like, that looks messy.
Trounced. Hang on, they got the Freo. It's like, Freo, you got to earn your keep here. Come on, get to work. You got to pack up some of these rides.
Yeah, get the scaffies up.
Connor Rouse, he averages over 20 and a goal at Adelaide Oval. One of my favourite looks.
Love him.
Natalie Five. He has had 20 plus the last 13 against Port. It's an interesting setup. This game is really, really strange. The big question, are Freo legit? Like, this is what it is. Or are they just hated by the VFL?
Can it be both?
Because no one wants to pay attention to them. We're all paying off the umpires, apparently.
Yeah, can it be both?
Weird. It can be.
Both.
Because it's like, I saw a thing today where someone was like, oh, these teams are definitely locked in to make the finals. And like didn't mention the Fremantle, who have won 3 games and not got screwed, but, you know, they were stiff to lose last week. It's like, how can you leave Freo out of this conversation completely?
Yeah.
Very easily, seemingly. Here we
But
are.
against Victorians, so.
Exactly. Vic bias. So much Vic bias in the VFL. The pick here, I just think Port's midfield is just too big and too tough.
Man,
Especially at
Sarong, Brayshaw up against Rosine and Butters. Oh, yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome, though.
Jordan
I like
Clark.
this. Even with Finlayson missing now, I think Port will be fine. He hasn't done too much anyway on the field this year.
I mean, he bellied one of those snaps and we're just like, oh, God.
I've got Port by 3 goals, which is actually the line, basically. So, that's Fremantle covering, which I'm probably happy with.
Yep.
Like they played a really tight game last week. They should have won. They were winning until basically the last minute and then cooked it. So,
Yeah.
I think they can keep this close. Sean Darcy not being there. So in terms of the teams, what have we actually got?
Jackson dominates Soldo.
You reckon?
Yes, 100%.
Wines and Powell-Pepper come back in for Boak and Finlayson.
Is that too many midfield dudes? Bringing
Too many
Wines
dudes?
and Powell-Pepper.
Power Pepper will just be that half back
Powell-Pepper
pressure.
goes in.
Or no, half
No, he
forward
goes
pressure.
forward, yeah.
Yeah,
But
he's
Wines
replacing-
coming into Rosie.
I just don't like Wines.
He'll probably play on the wing, like Travis Boak did
Wines
last
on
week.
a wing.
You're not gonna mess up with the
The
trilogy.
bloke is a brick. I don't think he can play on a wing.
Trilogy.
You got Erasmus coming in for Frederick as well, who had a
He's all right, Erasmus.
Hammy.
Don't mind him.
so interesting, weird setup, but I think Port get it done. Alex?
Port by less than a kick.
Ooh, Leo.
Yeah, Port by 10. I think they'll just have enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming around to Freo. That's one call I got wrong preseason. I was like, they're going to bottom out. No, they're pretty good.
Yeah, the bottoming out team might be just Adelaide.
Stats.
Question mark?
Wait a
This is
minute.
why Stats Guy isn't here. He's just
Brisbane
crying in the
question
corner.
Oh, I just don't like him that much. What does he say?
Don't trust him.
Can't
Can't
trust him.
trust him. Love you, Stats Guy.
Sunday!
Speaking of Stats Guy,
The Geelong Cats are going to smash his beloved Kangaroos, 55.5-point favourites. Jesus. The over-under is 180.
over.
The Cats at GMHBA against this Roos defence, it could get pretty ugly, but we've seen the Roos at least put up a bit of a fight. They did it last week with the Lions to a degree, but it's still, I think, eventually hit the under, that Roos, because I think we'll bang on about that one being the over.
Yeah, because the Kangas only got to 40.
Yep. So I think Geelong smash them. The Roos have lost 24 of the last 25, and their last 2 at GMHBA by an average of 87. That's a lot. I don't know about you, but losing by like more than 12, 14,
Yeah,
13,
12,
14.
12.
God, doing maths in my brain. I'm no mathematician.
12 is 72,
I'll tell you
Jim.
what, exactly. But Geelong are playing really well at the moment.
Yeah.
That was an incredible win against the Bulldogs, I thought.
Yep, absolutely.
Do the Cats actually need the man from Moggs Creek?
No, they don't, because they have the man from the greatest country town known to mankind, Finley, a.k.a. Tom Hawkins.
That's not Ballarat.
It's from Finley.
Yeah, the greatest.
Yeah, greatest country town of all time, Finley.
So the ins and outs for this one, Connor O'Sullivan, Sean Manna, Shannon Neal. We've got no outs.
So he
there
told
for
you they were going to manage that bloke. Manna
from Werribee.
Yeah.
Obviously, these are extended Sunday benches as well. So Sellers, Hansen, Phillips, Jackson Archer, and Blake Drury for the Roos. Zerha and Stevenson's already been dropped.
Yeah.
Stevenson.
So Slevo and his receding sleeves.
He's off to Turkey. That's why he got dropped.
Yeah. Tough scenes. Jaden. He has, so basically with Geelong going, right, we're going to be okay without, there was danger news during the week.
Yeah.
But they have not
and it's
named it.
it's North Melbourne.
Yeah.
Take another
Don't
week off.
miss
Take
it.
the week off.
Yeah.
Over-under on goals that Jeremy Cameron kicks in this game.
4.
Over.
Over?
Ollie Henry, 3 or more.
Pretty
Over.
easy over. He's been fantastic.
Hawkins.
You might have a quiet one.
He had a quiet one last week. It didn't do much.
I reckon.
What about the Suva?
3 goals.
Nick Larkey.
3 goals.
2 goals.
North Melbourne kick 7 total.
All right. I love the idea that they don't need danger to win this sort of game. That's good. Just keep him fresh.
Yeah.
Keep him on ice. My tip is Geelong by 72.
They should
Alex?
Clark Keating Dangerfield. Just 2 weeks on, 1 week off, 3 weeks on, 1 week
Play them
off.
at every game in Geelong, or whenever they have to go.
Just
to
play them in
G.
Victoria.
Yeah, Victorian games.
Yeah.
Boom.
Maybe go to Sydney if you have to play the Giants or the Swans.
Moggs Creek is beautiful, so you just fang back up the Great Ocean Road, go to GMHBA, or just up to Melbourne, and away you go.
Geelong to Finley is a straight hit for Hawkins, and the Cats will win by 85 points.
Leo,
I think Cats by about 8 goals. I think North will not really stay in it, but it'll be high scoring enough that it won't be too much of a smash.
They'll kick 7 goals to 21.
I reckon maybe 12 goals.
then West Coast Richmond.
Time for some Galaxy Brain.
Oh, no.
Oh boy, your ins and outs for this one we've got. I believe
Baker's
there's
in.
actually a couple already sort of brought back in for the Weagles, right?
How
We've
can you
got
change
Gaff.
the team from last week?
You got Gaff, Brockman, and Witherden coming.
Oh,
in.
no, that's just the extended bench.
Extended bench. And then same thing for the Tigers, you got Baker, Naismith, Ralph Smith, a lot of Smiths, and
Too
Sam
many
Banks.
Smiths.
Baker will definitely be playing.
Yep, Jack Ross is out. So
If you're West Coast, you just don't change the team from last week.
I'd bring in Brockman. I like Brockman. But
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know, it just gives them. This is like 3 solid vets. Like throw them in.
Yeah, but Andrew Gaff can't get a touch.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
I wouldn't play him.
Anyway,
Can you mid-season trade him?
Richmond have won
Next
the
year.
last
To the
one
VFL?
at Optus Stadium out the West by 18.
Yeah.
They won 5 straight against them. That was also when Richmond were decent. Richmond at the moment are not decent. 3 of the last 4 have been decided by 7 points or less for the Tigers. It just feels weird. We saw them again. We saw them play the Saints. Are you worried about this one, Alex?
I've gone back and forth on this all week, and it's like West Coast showed so much last week against the team we
I like that he's like so serious. He's like, I've just been struggling with this.
No,
back
but
and
it's
forth
been a
all
real
week.
dark time.
I've sat in a dark room going back and
I've stared at
forth.
the wall because of the Swans
Sydney's not
performance.
playing.
No, this
got
is
a lot of time
This
in
is
there.
great. It's day 2 of the championships this weekend in horse racing. I've got to worry about the Swans. I worry about West Coast being able to back it up because they're such a young team. It's like we played so well last week. They might come out, spitting fire, and then Showbolton and Dusty just go, that's cute, watch this. That's my thing. Dusty, Shea Bolton, Nick Vlosten, they've got a little bit too much class.
Interesting.
I think they can kick a score rather than the West Coast.
Can they?
Yeah. Look at the forward line for Richmond. It's not.
Just go small and fast. Just don't kick it long and high.
I
So
think
Jared,
McGovern's going to have a
that's
field
what I
day.
mean.
He's on Kajitsky.
Don't kick it long and high so McGovern takes 15 marks. Keep it low
Chaos
for
ball.
Chaos ball for your small, fast dudes. And Kazitsky and McGovern just go, we're not chasing this.
Do you reckon they just isolate Dusty and he just doesn't leave the goal square?
I'd
and
play
he kicks
Dusty.
5.
I'd play Dusty out of the goal square. Yeah. And I'd have Shea
don't
Bolton,
mind it. I don't
Bolton
mind it.
starting in the midfield with Taranto.
Answer the big question. Could the Tigers end up wooden spooners?
No.
No.
If they lose this game, could they end up wooden spooners?
They'll beat North Melbourne.
If they lose this game, though.
Wait, they've already won a game, so they're ahead of North Melbourne, West Coast, and Adelaide already.
But they're still sort of sitting there going, hang on a second, what's happening?
I won't be shocked, though, because we heard rumblings about it this week. If Dusty gets to a point halfway through the year where they're like 2-10, he's like, I've had enough. I'm out.
he won't do that,
I'm going with
surely.
Swanee to Vegas.
Now, this is my entire point as well. If they go from here, like still 1 for however many games it is.
I think I had him in my preseason draft. I had a mock ladder. I had him 2-10 after 12 rounds.
I think, it's like mid-June that he hits his 300,
I'll check
right?
I think it's against Hawthorn if he doesn't get in.
Yeah, like in June 15, round 14 or something. If they're like,
291 he's at now, so 292 this weekend.
yeah, checks out. Close enough. Would you get to 300 and go, we're
That's it.
cooked this year?
That's
Pull the pin.
That's literally Kane Corns.
Really?
Yeah, he quit after his 300th to go be a fireman.
Nice.
Really
I've
not a
seen.
fireman.
What a great bloke.
Lighting
Healthy.
fires. Isn't that one of those weird things about arsonists? How most of them are like firefighters.
Yeah, Hawthorn, 15th of June.
Let's do it. Galaxy Brain.
Oh, my
Eagles by 4.
God.
Out west, they're going to put up a fight. We saw it against St Kilda last year.
They'll get a big crowd after their efforts last week, and the crowd will be up and about because there's the belief they played so well. They were in front at half time.
Against Sydney on a neutral venue. Now they're at home against a struggling
Maybe
Tigers
they need to
team.
play in the middle of nowhere. Maybe this game should be played at Esperance.
Interesting. Geraldton, a.k.a. Gerald's Town.
Good stuff, Gerald.
Producer Gerald is just like, I don't have a town, and we don't play footy there. Anyway, Alex,
I think Richmond get the job done, but West Coast cover.
Leo. I just had to think. I was just wondering, like, do I keep talking about like how I really struggle?
I said this on Monday. I was like, Jim, you are going to Galaxy Brain
I
West
was
Coast
always
and
going to talk
Richmond.
myself into it, and that's exactly what I've done.
In fairness, in one of my 3 tipping comps, I've tipped West Coast in the one I don't care about too much, just in case.
Like
Fair enough.
you've still got Broad, Vlosten, Jaden Short,
Yeah.
Rioli out back. Like, they should be okay.
Yeah, they should be.
But Harley Reid could have 30 and kick
Up
2.
front, though, it's like without Tom Lynch, I just always
But also-
worry. It's like you got Dusty and
No
Shea,
Oscar
it's like
Allen.
whatever. True. No Oscar Allen, 2+ goals. God, that hurts. Anyway, what was your tip, Leo?
Richmond to win by 19, so West Coast cover.
All right. Big call for the weekend ahead. Waitman kicks 5 tomorrow night.
Ugh.
And
Don't
still,
mind it.
they lose.
Oh.
Leo?
Similarly, going to a Dogs player, big Bont game, 30+ disposals, 10+ clearances, 2+ goals, and will not get Bevo'd.
I said a big call, not an obvious call.
That's not an obvious call.
It's Bond playing.
I'm literally predicting
love
3 big stats there.
So it's going to be pretty good. He's we're going to get to Supercoach in a second, but God, he's toasty. And Alex
Charlie Curnow kicks 6.
against Adelaide.
Yeah.
That's
interesting.
A good one. I like it.
They
Fast ball movement out of the centre. Charlie Curnow leading out of full forward. Sam Walsh down his throat every time. Bang.
Adelaide Oval. Well,
He kicks
Sam
3.
Walsh kicking. I don't know about that.
Yeah, but it's just that it's the front punt to the top of the square and Charlie's like bang.
Yeah, and free. There we go. We watched them obviously get humbled by Melbourne.
Wasn't humbled. It was Melbourne did run out of gas late, which is interesting for tonight.
Pushed them out of the road. Keep an eye on what are we looking at this weekend. Mine is literally if Freo's whinging sticks with them around in Adelaide, just like a miasma.
Like a bad vibe.
just hanging around them. And like they get smashed or something by Port.
And they've got bad vibes and they're unpleasant to be around.
That's why I hate whinging about this sort of stuff for so like if it happened, we talked about this on I think both Monday and Wednesday show. If you whinge just so much into like the week and you're like trying to like find angles of like, oh, blah, blah. If it happens to your team, you're like, oh, look, it sucks, but God, this has just gone on for ages.
So Adelaide Crows last year, they whinged all off season about that non-goal that was a goal. And how they're going now, 0-4. What are the Swans doing? 4-1.
Retribution. Don't anger the footy gods.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Like, it'll even itself out. Like, I'm sure Darren Jarman got a dodgy free kick in one of those prelims.
Maybe even Andrew Jarman.
What a man, Andrew Jarman.
Keep an eye on.
Pressure on Matty Nix if the Crows get belted by Carlton. I know he signed a contract extension, but if you're zipping 5, there is some pressure to that because there was such high expectations on this team. And also the fact that, someone you tried to attract knocked back your 10-year offer too.
Sure.
Not great.
Leo, got any vibes?
Essendon's response, they obviously got smoked last week, so I'd be interested to see if they can bounce back.
Talking to Essendon fans is always fun because, like, the way that they beat St Kilda, the way they beat St Kilda, I like that a lot. The way that they beat St Kilda, but then the way that they lost last week. Talk about a roller coaster. Like, this is usually Carlton vibes.
But that's been Essendon for the past 20 years. They'll put in a good performance against a team, somehow get the job done in like underdog way, and then they'll play a team, we're going to be competitive here, and they get blown off the park. It's that inconsistency that's haunted them for 20 years, but it's the fact that they haven't drafted well. That hurts. Like the 3
They haven't traded well.
They haven't traded well. They're free agents.
They haven't drafted well because they haven't traded well and they've had no picks.
But the problem is the year they had the 3 first-round draft picks was the COVID year, and that draft hasn't been great. Like when you look at who they picked.
Anyway, point being.
Pretty funny though.
Sucked in Essendon. Supercoach vibes for this one. Look, as long as you got your VC on gone, we're all fingers crossed that he goes massive tonight.
200 last time, wasn't it?
215 against the Lions last time.
Ridiculous.
The other one is obviously the Bont for your captain if you've got him. If you've, again, galaxy brained yourself out of smart things like your mate Jim, you don't have him. So I'm now just like scrambling and hoping for the
How have you
Gornicus.
not got Bont?
Maximus Aurelius Gornicus to really go
What
back.
about stupid, sexy Flanders?
Flanders is not a bad look, but at the same time, there was talk about Sam Mitchell just during the week. We might tag him. And you're like,
God.
stupid
won't
sexy
tag
Flanders.
Flanders.
But I'm like, who on Hawthorn is
Why
it?
wouldn't you tag Noah Anderson?
McGuinness.
He'll go to Anderson first, I think.
Yeah, and then Matt Rowell, and then
Potentially Tuke Miller.
and then
as
stupid,
well.
sexy Flanders is 5th on the
It's
list.
the best part about the Flanders experience. He's like the 4th, 5th best dude in their mid for well, their setup who gets a lot of ball. You've also got a couple of rookies there. The Closey, Comben.
Bought them both in.
You brought them both?
Bought them both in. I bought them both in to get Gornicus in.
God, I want to see them both drop next week. Just sit on the bubble the entire time. No, it's weird. Like Closey obviously was really good last
They're
week.
never going to get dropped unless they get injured the way they played. It's like you've got 4 games to suck.
Yep. And do you consider trading Nick Dacos? Who wrote this one? Jeez.
Me, because he's been out of form. He continues to drop.
You just want to get Errol in.
No, but he's in my back line. But it is they've got the bye this week and
That's lock and load.
lock and load.
Leave him for the rest of the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's fine. Like, it's the one thing you just never worry about. It's like, it's Nick Dacos. He's going to get plenty of the ball. He'll use it fine. They'll be okay. He'll be right. Talk about galaxy brain. Like that's galaxy braining yourself out of who will be an easy top 6 defender. So There you go.
These are the things I continue to galaxy brain of, especially since I traded out Nick Martin. So.
All right, remember though, Collingwood and Sydney on a bye this week.
Oh, it's so good.
I mean, it's pretty annoying that we've got 2 Sunday games, we've got 2 Saturday night games. I don't know how we managed to do this where we can't just go back to back to back to back to back.
No, it's playing the 2 Saturday games at the same time. It's the dumbest idea ever. I hate it. Just play 3 games on Sunday.
There's been other dumb ideas.
But it's also
not a great one. I'll pay that.
We've got a chance to play all the games with no overlap, and you haven't done it.
Nice. All right. But will that do for AFL tonight? Yes.
I need to get to the game. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right. Thank you, Alex. He's about to run literally, it's only 2 kicks away across the air.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah. Cheers, Jim.
Thank you, Leo, for jumping in.
Jim.
For being a better version of Stats Guy.
No, as always.
Between the two of you out Stats Guy by a horrifying margin.
I know. I bought 2 stats and I've bought more stats this year than Stats Guy has.
Nice one. Remember to smash a like across all the socials, and you can see us doing heaps of stuff from Gather Round, etc. all the time. And we're doing other stuff all the time as well.
You've probably already seen it, but I'll be doing a video at halftime or 3/4 time at the D's game.
Nice. Facey, IG, Threads, TikTok, and of course YouTube. All the good stuff there. Subscribe, star, and like all of our shoes. It's a really good shoe.
We have some good shoes.
It's a really good shoe. I do have a sick pair of shoes. On your podcast apps, Cricket Today podcast, Football Today podcast, NBA Australia, NFL Australia, and of course Hold All tickets. And this one. Get around all of them, like Craig Bradley getting around just a ping and ball on the wing at Princes Park in 1986. Snaffles it. Runs it down and goes, bang! You love to see that. All right, that's it. We'll catch you Sunday night to wrap up all of the games. That's what we do here on AFL Today. Make it fun, work hard, catch you on Sunday night. Should be pretty good. That's when we'll be delivering more AFL Today.
Round ends at about 7 o'clock. How good?
It's going to be good. All right, till then, look after yourselves and remember, footy's back. If you like this show, make sure you check out all the other shows on the Sports Today network, from the AFL Today Show to the Cricket Today podcast, the Football Today podcast, as well as NBA Australia and NFL Australia. With Sports Today, your sporting needs have never been easier to cover.